Hi, and welcome to this very valuable video where I'll be talking about personalization and personalizing your cold email outreach campaigns. Now, the benefit of personalizing your outreach campaigns is, of course, you get more positive replies, you get more meetings, and at the end of the day, you also get more sales. Once we have this thing set up, so we're using AI basically to automate all of this in the backend. Once we have it all set up, we just let it run, and that's it. So the first few steps are a bit complicated, but after that, it works well. For my specific case, I'm reaching out to tour operators. So my goal is to try to analyze different tour operators and try to combine the problem or the pain point that they have, which is specific for their company, and then combine it, link it to my solution that I'm offering. Now, for example, if you try to imagine this whole process, it's basically like if I have a tour operator, let's say, and I go to its website and I say, okay, they're offering custom tours. And if I were to personally reach out to them, I would say, hey, I saw you're offering custom tours for every client or for every customer. I can build an AI system that does that based on the client inputs. And then I can just save you a bunch of time and increase your customer satisfaction, your general profitability, and improve your whole workflow in the backend. Of course, they're going to be happy because I did the whole research, but I can do this maybe 10, 20 times a day and that's it. But if we build an AI system that does this for us, then we can do it almost infinitely. And I haven't seen yet any tool or system that does this as well as you can do it yourself, because you can specifically do it for each and every niche that you're in. I also did it for property managers and now for tour operators also. So yeah, let me just get into the system right now and I'm going to show you how it works. Now, this is the setup that you need. It's very simple. You need N8N. You need cold email tool. N8N is the automation platform. The cold email tool is just a CRM where you'll be sending your emails from. You can use Smart Lead or Instantly. You're going to need emails and domains. This is fairly simple. You just buy, like, let's say 5 domains that are random domains that have similarity to your home domain, and just add a forwarding to your own domain and create about 3 emails for each of those domains. So you have let's say 15 emails or 15 inboxes that are ready to send emails. You put them for a warm-up. All these tools, Instantly and Smart Lead, have warm-ups. You're going to just follow the lead and then warm them up. And after 2 weeks, they're going to be ready to send about 30 emails a day. So that's going to work just fine. And now for the data that we'll be needing. So we need a list of people. The list of people we're going to get probably from some scraper like Apollo Scraping or Export Apollo, or they're different lead mesh or different tools that are able to scrape the data of company owners. So what we need is first name. We need last name. We need their email. Of course, we want to send their email. We need their organization LinkedIn URL. So this is just a company URL from LinkedIn. This is the personal URL of their own LinkedIn profile. This is the organizational website. So just their website, basically their homepage. And then the output is this icebreaker over here, which is at the end of the day what we want to have. The icebreaker is the personalization that we will put in the beginning, which we will again tie to our service or our solution. So what we don't want to do is we don't want to have AI make up the whole email, because if the AI tries to make up the whole email, it's gonna be messy. We want structure in our workflows. In order to have the structure, it's best to give it 2 sentences in the beginning. They're gonna have a bit of structure in them that we prompt the AI to have, and then later on we're gonna have our own fixed part after this that we are sure it's gonna work, or it's gonna present us in a good way and not try to just hallucinate random information. Company name is very important. The company name clean, because this cleans company names in order to refer to them in emails. So for example, if you scrape all these people, these are the people that I scraped. This is just one section. I have thousands of these. Let's say this company here, their official company name or organization name that this scraper scraped is GreekEscapes.com. So if I refer to them in the email, hey, your company, and then name of the company, GreekEscapes.com, is doing great. Like, they're immediately going to know that this is some automation or some form of just non-personalized outreach, and they're just going to ignore it. Or for example, DMC or Turismo, active travel in Italy. So if I refer to it in the email, hey, I saw Turismo active travel in Italy and it's great, it's just gonna be not realistic. When you say, hey, I saw Turismo, and then you refer to it something else, and then it's a bit more sounds a bit more natural. Now let's get into the workflow. Don't get overwhelmed. There's a lot of nodes here, but this is the N8N automation that I've built. All of the every automation is going to be specific to different niches or what you want to output or how complex you want the automation to be. This can be double the complexity than this one. It can be double in size, much more nodes and everything, or it can be half of this or even third of this. For property managers, I have the automation that has just 10 steps into it because I don't want to spend a lot of money. I don't want to spend a lot of API keys. So this is just the way it works. So let me run through the automation. Let me execute it, and then you're going to see how it works in real time, and we're going to see the output. So the automation starts, it gets the rows, then it runs the Appify actor to scrape the company LinkedIn information. Then it's going to update this into our drive. It's going to scrape the homepage, analyze if it's a tour operator. It is a tour operator. Then it finds valuable URLs. Then it finds each of these URLs that it found from the website. So for example, companyname.com/reviews or /tours. And then it analyzes all of this. Then it goes and analyzes the tours. So this is analyze company mission and vision. This is analyzing tours. This is analyzing the reviews. Then waits 5 seconds so it doesn't overrun the system. And then it selects which angle should I target a person in, because after all this information is gathered, you see it takes just a few seconds. I cannot just finish my sentence, but it selects the angle that is best for targeting this person, or best angle to attract, like to offer our services in the best way possible, to target the most specific way that they need it in their personal company. So this one takes a bit longer because this is the most important step of this whole process. It selects the angle, then it cleans the company name. This happens pretty fast. You just give it a company name, and then it cleans all the extensions or the prefixes or the suffixes, just gets rid of them, and then writes the one-line opener. And that's basically it. It uploads this to the Google Sheet. Of course, this one takes a bit of time because this is the final step, and then it's done. So for one person, it took about 20 seconds. I don't think it took more. Uploads there, so I'm just I'll let it run, doesn't matter. Anyway, if I open now my Google Sheet, now it's filled in. The company name is clean, so I'm not gonna refer it to outside life. I'm just gonna refer to as outside because it sounds a lot more natural and just sounds a bit more personalized. Let me just zoom in. Sorry. Maybe it would be better if I zoom in a bit. Let's go over here. So this is the icebreaker. Before I go into the icebreaker, let me just check here the LinkedIn company information. So this is the LinkedIn company information that is scraped from the website, and then it sorted it. It just uploaded to my LinkedIn. Personal profile information didn't find anything. Personal LinkedIn profile analysis also didn't find anything because the personal LinkedIn probably was not used or was the wrong one. Company mission was not mentioned in the text, and then it says again, each of these paragraphs is one statement. So for example, if I go into this node over here, it analyzes 5 things: history and founders, mission and values, vision and goals, travel focus and audience, and their trip specialties and destinations. This is basically for each of these. If he doesn't find it, he just outputs not found in the text. So if I not mentioned in the text. So for example, not mentioned in the text is referring to the history and the founders, who founded it, when, or the origin story. So this was not available on the website. Anyway, but the mission and values were available. And then for the mission and values, it said like what the mission and values of this company is. Lived best life is best lived outside. So this is their kind of company motto and everything. So when we have all of this information, our outreach is completely different to this company than to any other company. So this is what makes us stand out from the crowd and makes us kind of give this benefit or have this edge in comparison to our competitors who are just reaching out with, hey, first name, I like your company, can I do this and this and this? So this is the difference. Now for the tour analysis, it analyzes tours also in paragraphs that I wrote in the prompt. I'm going to show you the prompt right now. Just 1 second. Let me just show you the prompt. This is still working. I'm just going to let it run a bit so you can see more examples. Analyze tours. So this one analyzes tours, and it analyzes trip categories and activities, destinations and regions, seasonality and departure. So when do they have seasons, when do they departure, traveler profile, logistics, bookings, everything. So all of this information is stored in here. And then review analysis. This section is just trying to find the reviews and testimonials of this company on their website if they have. If not, it's just going to say there's no link available or no analysis available. Now with this, all of this information, so you have a company mission, we have all of their tours, we have their reviews, we have their company LinkedIn information. Usually we also have personal information. Fortunately now we don't. It's going to craft a icebreaker. Now before I show you, okay, I'm just going to show you the icebreaker. Outside seems to build custom one-of-kind trips. Would a quick first itinerary draft with the clear add-on choices help guests approve faster? So this is a problem that we found. Not a problem, but let's say a feature of the company. They build custom-made tours. So would a quick first itinerary draft with the clear add-on choices help guests approve faster? And the answer to this should always be, well, of course it would help. You know, it's like asking a question that you already know the answer to. After this, I'm going to mention our AI systems, and then that we use AI to help tour operators, improve their conversion rates, scale more profitably without new hires or whatever, like improve their workflows and everything. And this is the goal. I'm just going to stop the workflow right now. I think we have enough. Now, in order for it to select this, let's say the second one, again, Via Adventures. So the company clean name is Via. So when I refer to it, it says, it's look like Via specializes. So it's not like it looks like Via Adventure specializes in. It just sounds a lot more natural. It looks like Via specializes in private tailor-made trips with custom itineraries for each traveler. With a quick first itinerary draft with a simple add-on choices help guests approve faster. Of course, this is the same one because it found the same problem and then the same solution. It's probably going to be this one also. Yeah, it's this one also. So I'm just going to show you a huge list of personalization that I did for other companies so you can also see that one. But let's see the process behind this, so the brain behind this. The biggest thing is this angle selector. So this angle selector, what it does is actually selects the angle that it wants to analyze that it wants to target a company with. We give it first the LinkedIn company description, website mission, tours, reviews, everything. We give it everything that we just analyzed. We prompt the AI or the ChatGPT in this case to give it a role. He's the angle selector, world-class outreach strategies for tour operators. Your sole job is to read the provided analysis, and select one highest leverage verifiable hook. Never blend or infer. Then it mentions different things. So this is just giving it a role. We have it over here also. We have the input data sources that we mentioned previously. Now we have the angle selector. So the angle selector is either one of these things is going to select, because I know that I'm able to offer this solution to the tour operators. So I'm trying to tell it, analyze everything that I gave you and try to find a way in which my service can help this company. That's the simplest way to put it. If it has a lot of international guests, if it has language barriers, then the multilingual or AI translation service can help them. If they have, a lead management, so you need to contact them to book, you need to request for pricing, you need to check availability. So this is what often tour operators have. So this means that I can offer them AI lead management to help them with this, because I already researched them and I already saw that they have a contact to book form, they have a request for pricing form, they have all of these things on their website. So this is what makes you stand out from the crowd, and this is what helps you land more clients. So I'm not going to go into the full in-depth here. If you want to have this full automation workflow, just message me or send a message probably on YouTube somewhere, and I can send it to you, of course. And then the one-line opener, is then the final product that we want from this whole workflow. And this one is also a bit, it's a bit in depth, because once you do it a few times, then you want to have it really structured, and you see the mistakes that it makes. So you try to analyze all these mistakes. So you give it a lot of style and constraints. So you want to have a specific thing that it's gonna work, like the length and everything. You can pause the video and just read through it yourself. But anyway, we give it the inputs that we analyze. So the angle, then it selects the angle key, writes in 2 sentences. It's short, simple sentences. Second sentence must be a question, and then it gives you for each of the issues that it found. For example, lead qualification bottleneck. Then we say company name gets many different inquiry types. Would a short 3 to 5 question intake form that sends best fit offers first help the team focus? This is just a simple 100% yes answer. Anyway, this is just a prompt. It's a bit geeky, so I'm not going to go into it, but maybe I need to make another video of going into in depth of this about this whole workflow. So, but yeah, that's basically it of this workflow. And this is, I'm just going to give you a brief overview of how it looks like when you analyze like 1,000 of these. So you can see here, if it's not a tour operator, it says not a tour operator, so you can then sort it out later. And then you see looking at this company, looking at this company, looking at Dolphin, you aim to create a perfect itineraries tailored trips to each guest. Could a first draft with a simple add-on options help guests say yes sooner? So all these things are just there, done, and analyzed and personalized and everything. That's it for this video. Hope you like it. Just give a comment below if you have any questions, or if you want me to send you the whole workflow or the link and everything. I have a Discord community where I have all these things also uploaded, and it's yeah, if you want to join, you can join. There's no paid community, it's just a free community where it's a bit easier to chat. And yeah, that's basically it. Like, subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.